Shazam!
Let's get ready to rumble!
Hey, what's going on, all you great people out there? Happy Thursday now. Welcome to Heywoods Almanac. I'm Heywood. I'm the Sports Almanac, and welcome to my almanac, Heywoods Almanac, brought to you by Odds Are app. All right. What's going on, everybody? Happy Thursday night, like I said. Oh, man. So happy to be here with you guys tonight. 13 days from today, we got NFL football. Let's go. Appreciate everybody being here, all the love, the support. Drop a comment. Thanks for all the likes. If you want to drop a repost, go ahead, man. That would mean the world to me. But first and foremost, before we get started, as we always start off the show, let's crack one open and cheers to everybody at home. And love you guys. So crack one open. Let's do a little cheers and toast. How's everybody doing tonight? How's everybody doing? You having a great week? For me, it's probably fantasy football draft week for me. I'm doing all my drafts this week, so let's go. Excited. Football is about to start, as I said. I got a good show for you guys tonight. So a little bit more detailed than last week. We did a pilot episode as far as kicking off my new brand here, branching off the launch of Heywoods Almanac. So tonight, we're going to talk a little bit about fantasy football and some news that's going around. And then I have a great guest for you. My brother from another, Carter Kahn from Odds Are. Man, he is the creator, the CEO, the owner of the new Odds Are app that we're launching. So if you are a sports bettor at home, pay attention. This app is game-changing and can't wait to talk to him on the show. But, man, it's crazy. We got football starting very soon, man. Let's head into some news for today. So let's see if I can get this going here. All right, here we go. So help is on the way to San Francisco. The 49ers activated tight end George Kittle from the physically unable to perform list. Their first game here is coming up in a couple weeks. So let's see if he'll make that long flight down to Australia. But that's big news for all you fantasy football owners out there. He is activated after tearing his Achilles back in January, I believe, is when he tore it. So good news for them. They get another one of their weapons back. In other news this week, quarterback Michael Penix Jr. has now been cleared to return to 11-on-11 work for the Atlanta Falcons. So he'll be joining the quarterback group there in Atlanta, battling Tua Tagovailoa. So Michael Penix is back, and good to see, man. He's had a lot of surgeries on that one particular knee. And in other news as well, Deshaun Watson has now been named the Cleveland Browns starting quarterback for Week 1 at Jacksonville. Not much of a surprise here. He's getting paid like one, and I'm not too high on Sanders, but I'm not high on this Cleveland offense in general. So it's just one team I'm staying away from when it comes to fantasy. But Deshaun Watson was named the Cleveland starting quarterback for this week, or for the season for Week 1. And then in other news, man, we had a scare. 4 days ago, Raiders running back Ashton Jeanty left practice early after apparent knee injury. During the team period, he was diving for a catch and landed awkwardly. He was helped off the field by trainers and could put any pressure on his right leg. The entire team took a knee and said a prayer. Man, for a few hours, this is pretty nerve-wracking. Man, Ashton Jeanty is one guy I'm absolutely high on. I have him as a top 5 running back this year, so this definitely hurts him. He was helped off the practice field. Come to find out, it was only a sprained ankle. So the Raiders are still unsure on how long he'll be out, but it's not considered a long-term injury, thank God. And their organization is taking a breath of is breathing a sigh in relief as this news come out. But Ashton Jeanty, that was pretty big news, pretty big scare for a few hours. Washington was going up draft boards like it's going out of style. But Ashton Jeanty, we'll see when he comes back. But that's a pretty big injury. And I know we've had a lot of injuries during the preseason. So one piece of news there. And then in other news, the Texans and wide receiver Jaden Higgins, he tore his ACL, so they needed to get another receiver to fill his role, and they made a trade with the New England Patriots. They are getting Kayshon Boutte in exchange for safety Jalen Reed in a 2028 7th-round pick. this is kind of under the radar. This guy could be a sleeper. Not saying he's going to be like a top 20, top 30, but there's going to be weeks this year where he is definitely startable. I think he fits a great role there. Can swoop right in with Higgins going down, and it just wasn't working out in New England. So New England's receiver room is pretty deep. So the Texans got a new wide receiver, so good for them there. And then let's see what other news I got here. So we had a scare 2 days ago. I think it was 2 days ago. But Jamar Chase, I don't know if you guys saw any of the video at practice. He landed awkwardly after a deep route, and when he came up, he was grabbing his left knee, but he did walk to the sideline with trainers. I'm going to show the little video here from what we got here from practice. That did not look good initially when this video came out, everybody. But on good news, it's not a serious injury. Literally right after practice, Jamar Chase was on ESPN 530 and says it was just a little hyperextension. He said he could have kept going if needed, and he feels completely fine. So that was a scare that we had with Jamar Chase. So thank God. We've had too many injuries this preseason, as everybody knows, going into fantasy football draft weeks, last week, this week. So good news there. And then in other news, dude, this guy was a great running back. Nick Chubb, at the age of 30, announced his retirement, a 4-time Pro Bowler. Man, cheers to him. He had a pretty darn good NFL career. He was a stud for quite a few years. So Nick Chubb, man, just shout out to him. And at the young age of 30, he is retiring from the NFL. And then just the crazy stats when it comes to this guy, man. Nick Chubb was kind of a beast, man. So check this out. The highest rushing yards per carry by running backs in NFL history. He is third all time. The great Jamal Charles at 5.4 yards per carry. Jim Brown, 5.2. And Nick Chubb at 5.0. Rushing yards per carry, the great Gale Sayers and the legend Barry Sanders is fifth. So shout out to Nick Chubb. I know I had him for like 1 or 2 seasons in the league, but yeah, it's just it's good to see him not, trying to push the effort and go into his young and mid 30s. You got to look forward to the rest of your life. And he had some serious injuries at the end of his career there. So shout out to him. As far as all the fantasy football news, that's what we got. Just a slight little slate of information for you all at home. As the show keeps rolling, I'm going to add segments that I think that are going to be valued. And this is what, my second recording. So bear with me as we go, but we're going to get back to old fashioned with putting out some news and notes and stuff like that for you guys. So that's it for all the fantasy football news as far as what I got. As far as major news, there's been tons of news going out. I can't just talk about it all, but I'm glad Jamar Chase is not hurt. That was pretty scary. I'm glad that Genty is going to be not season ending as far as playing this year. Like I said, he's one of the guys I'm really high on this year. I'm really bullish on him. Best ball drafts and other drafts, I kind of laid off of him. I don't know. At the back end of the third round is probably where I feel more comfortable drafting him. But he's probably not going to be there. The trade the Texans made for Booty is a pretty darn good move. That's a probably under the radar flyer type of move. And then as far as the other news, the Penix and Deshaun Watson news is not really much news to me. But George Kittle coming back. That's really good for the Niners. Really good for the Niners. So, like I said, we got 13 days until the first NFL game. New England and Seattle. So Wednesday night be kicking off the season. That's going to be great. Can't wait for that. But I got a great guest for you guys tonight, man. I've known this guy for quite a few years. He's one of my best friends, if not like a brother to me. He's one of the smartest people I know as far as when it comes to this gambling and creating stuff. And dude, he's a wizard, man. My man Carter. we just launched Odds R podcast, or excuse me, we just launched Odds R app. It's a new betting app. It's we're going to talk about it, get into detail about it. But this guy's one of the smartest people I know, and he's already one of the best bettors I know. So, man, sit back, enjoy. This is a recording from Wednesday, a day before the show. So, to all the great people out there that's been supporting me, I absolutely love you guys. Thank you so very much. And enjoy the recording, enjoy all the information, and try oddsrapp.com. Give it a shot. It's totally free. There's no contracts, no credit card needed. I have a little bit of say what went into this app. Put a little bit of my 2 cents, but supposed to be my guy Carter. This thing is game changing. It straight up is. Just give it a shot. So sit back, crack one open, enjoy the conversation I had with the wonderful Carter, and stay tuned. After the recording, I'll come back to close out the show. So cheers. Thanks for all the likes, reposts, comments. Drop them down here. Much love to everybody. And enjoy the conversation with the great Carter Kahn from Odds R. All right. Sitting up in the studio. Got my guest waiting to be pulled on in. One of my best friends, actually my best friend, my brother from another, one of the smartest people I know of, one of the best bettors in all of the world. My guy, Carter Kahn.
What's up, Haywood? What's going on, buddy? I'm doing well, man. Thanks for having me.
Of course. If we got to do our normal, got to get our glasses raised up here.
We got to do a cheers. Look at that.
Cheers, right?
The Heywoods Almanac cup. There we go. I love that.
Great Scott!
All right, Carter. Welcome to the show, brother. How's your day? How's life?
Life's good, man. Life's good. I was outside with the landscaper telling him how not to trim the tree and interfere with the neighbors. So I kind of, just came in. Things are good, bro. Things are great. Things are amazing, actually.
So I want to reintroduce you to all my viewers since we're launching a new brand with a new show with Heywoods Almanac. So we're going to start off the first segment just getting to know you. For people that have not seen you on the show, I know you've been on the show lots of times. You're a frequent guest. You're like family. You're invited here anytime you want. But I want to do the first segment on facts about Carter and get to know you a little bit for all the people at home. How long have we known each other? First and foremost, just to let the people know. We've been friends for how long now?
I'd say 3-4 years, right?
Yes.
We met during football season a few years back, like pretty heavy and going back and forth betting. And I think it's been quite a while, man.
And you remember our first conversations had nothing to do with betting. And then once we started talking about betting, it just
I didn't even know that you bet. I knew that you like sports. And then when we found out that you were a bettor, I was like, oh, dude, this guy. Like,
I remember us.
Pod, bro.
I got yelled at for not going back to work because I was just talking to you about betting, But
I know. We could chop it up for hours just sitting in a line, for sure.
That's right. So,
congratulations on the show, by the way, man. The solo adventure. I'm really stoked for you. Good things come to good people. Sometimes good people got to wait, but you're a good people and you've waited long enough, man.
Thank you, brother. Thank you. So, how long have you been a sports fan, and how long have you been betting? Let's get into that, a little bit of your background.
Dude, I'm old, man. I'm in my 50s, so I got a birthday coming up, double nickels, so I'm an old dude. I used to go to the track with Grandpa back in the day, the dog track. I'm from Boston, so.
Hold on. How old are you?
55, brother.
Allegedly.
55 Friday. Let's go.
Allegedly.
Allegedly. Yeah, I'm an old guy. But yeah, man, I used to go to the track back in the day, the dog track, aqueduct, all this shit back east. Then we got into the ponies a little bit. My grandfather was a smart dude, man. He went to like Dartmouth and he was just an engineer, and he had a system, and he used to win a lot of money. And I didn't even really know he was betting. I just thought we were looking at the dogs and the ponies and watching them run, and then realized that like, oh, he was betting on this shit. Like he's making money. And then I never really bet through college or any of that stuff. I watched sports my whole life. grew up, Boston fan. I know Patriots, Red Sox, Celtics, Bruins, Revolution, you name it. I watch lacrosse. I mean, dude, anything. I watch any kind of hockey. So grew up a huge sports fan. Played some JV quarterback, in high school, and coached a little bit. Sports I've been rabid. And then when I get in my 20s, like late 20s, I found like my crew, a bunch of golfing guys that bet on anything. They're degenerates and, mimosas at 5:30 at the track kind of thing, while waiting for the track to open across the street, the bar that's open 24 hours in California. I just was, I got in with my crowd, and I just started like really getting into betting, but being smart about it, man, just not being stupid.
That's crazy. You said your dad took you to the tracks.
My grandfather,
And you didn't know he was betting, and so
no, I didn't really get it. I just thought we were watching dogs, man. I thought we were just, just chilling. But we would sneak off because Grammy wasn't really all down with the bet and stuff. So it would be like, I'm gonna take Carter out for a little while. We'd end up at the track, and that's what we did. And it's fun, man.
Bostonian. Die hard through thick and thin. So a little bit of background there. So do you remember your first ever bet that you placed?
I was really into football. So, in college everybody had a bookie. There was a bookie. There was a dude on campus that took bets. So do I remember the first bet? No, but I do remember getting heavy into like the tournament, the NCAA tournament, basketball tournament back in the day. When Duke was Duke and, everybody else was nothing, and it was like, the Leitner days. I remember that shot. I remember that room had money. I remember that feeling of like, I wouldn't say that's the first moment that I was like, holy shit, this is what betting can do to a room. But I remember just a room of sweaty idiots, in college, and that shot went down, and you're just like, half the room's fucking stoked and half the room is like devastated. And I'm just like, you see it. You see the dichotomy of sports from both sides with a room of 25 dudes, But so not my first bet, but the first moment where I was like, betting is powerful,
Wow, the Christian Leitner shot. Wow.
Oh, dude. Yeah. I remember it like it was yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
that was a hell of a play. And that's a long time to be in the sports betting department as far as that. Let's talk about businesses that you have had to get to what we're going to talk about, your new product and apps coming out. What businesses have you ran in regards to sports betting, running teams, as far as, what's this, everything you're doing now benefit from you that you've done in your past business-wise?
Everything I've ever done professionally, I've tried to be attached to sports somehow, whether it's my own businesses, whether it's businesses I worked for. They were always in either the entertainment, lifestyle, apparel, sports industry. It's all that crossover. So everything I've kind of done has been in that genre, right? So I was an engineer for a long time, quality engineer. I traveled the world for one of the big action sports companies. And what I do is I go to, China or Taiwan or Korea. And my job was to look at specifications of products and find where the yield was wrong on like the fabric, where they overbought and overcharged. And so I'm looking at the quality of like the garment, let's say a technical outerwear, like a snowboard jacket. But what I'm really looking for is where they're wasting effing money, where they're really screwing us. And that's really what my job became. It's like I'd have all these factories all over the world, including like South Africa, Dominican Republic.
Hong Kong, right?
Yeah, Hong Kong, Southern China, Korea, Bangladesh, Sri Lanka.
And you've worked with quite a few guys in the sports industry as business partners, correct?
Yeah, I've had some cool businesses. Some I'm under NDA about, some are not. I mean, it's some dudes. We owned our own brands, so we created some brands, and we worked with a lot of rappers. We worked with a lot of musicians. We worked with a lot of actors. I mean, now you call them influencers. Back then, they weren't really influencers. They were just dudes you wanted to dude around with, And we got involved with some really cool brands in the music industry. We ran in New York for a little while in the city, and we had some relationships with music labels. And it was just a really cool vibe. And I was dumb and young and didn't really know everything that I should know. I'm glad I didn't know it because I learned it, and we got screwed and we learned lessons and we lost money and we made bad deals but we had a lot of fun and we learned a lot of lessons, and then we ran some businesses with some cool people. It's just like a marriage, right? I've been married 20 something years. You marry the right person for the right reason, but also to make you better and to help you where you're weak. So I think that really good business people, whether it's sports figures, whether it's Mark Cuban, you name whoever it is, Elon Musk, surrounding yourself with smart people helping you make smart decisions makes you smarter. All right. Don't be the smartest guy in the room, because if you're the smartest guy in the room, you're probably already at a deficit and you're probably already losing. So I think that that's one thing that I notice around. Doesn't matter who it is. It could be a B.O.B., the music guy, like if you surround yourself with the right people, just makes you better, makes you make better decisions.
Awesome. Let's plug your socials, brother. I want to pull up your odds are here, where people can find you and all of your work. We got at Odds Are Podcast on Twitter. You're starting to post a lot with everything that's going on with your business and your app. And then you still run Evie, correct?
Yeah. So Evie's kind of a brain that powers these apps that I'm running. So but yeah, Evie is kind of my main one. And that's more of me. That's more of who I am as a person. Like, Carter Kong. What's Carter Kong? It's kind of it's my personality. So more of the personality comes out in Evie, whereas Odds Are Podcast is more like it's by the book. You're going to see what the app does, what's happening inside the app. And we just kind of launched Odds Are Podcast, the channels. There's a lot more on Instagram. Follow us on Instagram, same handle. TikTok, they don't like gambling content very much, so
no, they don't.
Keep getting strikes over there. I can't figure out my child, 16, they're handling it, and just like, Dad, you get another strike. I'm like, I don't know what to do over there. So, but yeah, we're over there too.
So both pages have your app information, links at the top in the bio. Do you prefer one or the other?
No, man, follow them both.
Right, so
you'll see some duplicate content there, but you'll also see, like I said, more of my voice stands out on Evie. This one right here. Whereas on the other side, it's more just, seeing the app and seeing how it works, seeing what's real, what's happening.
Love it. So all you people out there, go look at his Twitter pages and go take a look at everything Odds Are app. He's got all of his stuff up there, and he drops all kinds of good stuff. And if you're a sports bettor, go take a peek. There's very transparent here, and he's very successful, and he's trying to give back. And that's what this app does. So I'm got done plugging your socials there. Let me bring it back full screen here.
Sweet.
And then let's go on to some of our main topics here. What is Odds Are app, Carter? In a nutshell, if you're telling somebody about it that's never even heard about it, in a nutshell, what is it?
Yeah, so the Odds Are app is this, right? There's two kinds of bettors in the world, right? And I don't mean successful and unsuccessful. I mean, there's a pregame bettor who wants to like dive into research and find the leans, and they're really geeky about like, I need to look through a lot of data to find, and they take great pride in finding the lean, right? And when I say lean, if you're not a bettor, when I say lean, I'm just, what's the advantage? Where can I see something that somebody else doesn't? Somebody like you, I know, Heywoods, spends hours looking through data. Now you geek out on it. And when you find that lean, you immediately go to FanDuel and you play that lean or wherever you go bet, right? The app cuts through all that bullshit, right? You can sit inside the app for hours and look at data and pore over everything from defensive formations, name the sport. You can find the lean on your own, or you can, I call it the stoplight bettor. You can literally tap, find the answer, tap again, load a slip, tap again, and send it to your book, and have confidence that the brain is doing all that work for you before the game starts. That's one side of the app. The other side of the app is a live bettor. That's the second kind of bettor. That's me. I don't pregame bet. I've changed my whole philosophy. One of my business partners, he's smart as shit. He told me 3-4 years ago, he said, Carter, you're an idiot. Live betting's the only way you make money. He is a sports gambling coach. And I didn't listen. So I didn't surround myself with smart people, right? I did, but I didn't listen to him. I was too smart. I was the smart guy in the room, right? And I didn't listen to him, but he's right. Live betting is where your edge is because the books can't react fast enough. And with with API data, meaning data that's coming in real time, and that data is expensive. So you don't see a lot of apps that run real time, meaning taking all the data in real time and aggregating it and trying to find a lien, because it costs a lot of money to take in data in real time. And it takes a lot of processing power, and it takes a lot of coding, and it takes a lot of shit to make something happen live in real time. There's some good products out there that do it. But what live betting product is it watches the game with you and it processes everything. So let's say we're watching NBA or WNBA. It's looking at shot volume, where the girl's shooting from, where the guy's shooting from, what's the defensive pressure, like how many shots have taken, who's in foul trouble, what the refs are calling. It's taking thousands of data points, and this is no exaggeration, in real time, and aggregating that out to giving you what the lien is. Now, there's a lien on every single player. Like if you go in there right now and you say, hey, you know what, I want to see what, I don't know, Zelensky's doing, and is she going to hit a three? It will give you a lien on that. But more importantly, it's going to show you who's going to hit the three in real time and where you should be dropping your money. And you can watch a real live play-by-play feed.
Oh, like real.
Like, yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
And imagine, okay, now imagine if you're using that app and you're getting real, look at that, getting real-time betting cues inside the app, right? So think about that. Think about processing all the data that an app like that does, and then saying from a bettor's view, from a bettor's lens, like, great, you know what? I'm glad people are commenting, and there's so much social, and this is an amazing product, but what should I effing bet? That's the product live. And the product live allows you to find, right? There's obscure bet, like literally you can go on the timeline and you can load your slip. I can just tap, load my slip for 3 suggested bets, then go to my slip, and I can send it to FanDuel, DraftKings, wherever I want to send it.
So it links to all your books. It links to all your
links
books.
to all the books.
Okay.
Right? And just like any of the aggregators right now, like any of the slip copiers, like if you go on X or anything, you want to slip copy BetBuddy or any of that stuff, it does all that. There's no proprietary information in a product like that that just copies, a deep link. So it deep links out to all the books, which is pretty cool. There is a premium nature to that inside the app. The app's free. You can go in there right now. You don't even have to sign up. I don't even need your email address. You don't have to log in. You put that in right now, oddsareapp.com, and you drop live into the app, right into the app, which is pretty cool. So there's no gateway. There's no paywall. There's none of this like cookie. I'm not cookieing you. I'm not following you. Like literally I'm taking thousands of hours of geeky work and saying I'm giving it for free right now. So I want you to see the product. So for the live part, you can sit there and watch the play-by-play feed and you can bet from it. Or you can start your discovery and go, dude, okay, that's great. But I don't want to bet plus 235. I want to find the plus 1600, or I want to find the plus 8,000. Well, there's prepackaged bets inside that are changing in real time. You can tail real bets that the actual app is making in real time that you can literally tap, load in your slip, and send to your book.
Great for those stoplight bettors, like you were just saying.
Dude, you nailed it. Like, I have kids. My life is busy. Like, I got a bunch of shit going on. So I literally was at a stoplight, and this is a true story. I posted it. I was at a stoplight. I was right next to Quick Trip, right? And I literally hit a button. I said, I want to see what I should tail. I didn't even look at it. It loaded in the slip. I sent it to my book. I put $25 on it, and I banged it. And I think I banged it for almost $400, $383 or something like that. Now, I don't advocate that you just blindly tail slips, but I'm going to tell you, just like I do, bro, how many people blindly tail slips in the gambling community?
A lot.
A shitload, right?
Yeah. So
I'm giving you the option to blindly tail slips, or you know what? Know the why. And, like we're in a TED Talk. What's your why? Dude, this isn't 10 years ago. The why is I want to win fucking money, right? I want to know why I won money after I win money, that the app is brain powered and it's going to show you how to win money the next time. So you trust the betting cues. And that's the whole thing. It's like a partnership. It's like a friendship. I want to trust that you're going to be there for me. I'm going to trust that you got my back. I'm going to trust that I'm getting good information. Now, don't get me wrong, friends are wrong here and there, right? But I want to be able to trust that app, and I want to be able to trust it. And the best part about my app that I never talk about is that it tracks ROI on you, your bets. Every single bet gets slipped, aggregated, and assigned a value, whether there was a positive or negative ROI on it. And then every player and every stat inside that player. So I can tell you whether Zelensky is a positive ROI bet for me, right? For threes, for rebounds, for assists, for points, for everything, right? So I'm able to tell you exactly what's happening just by scrolling through the app. You're able to see what every player has done for you. And then there's a leaderboard inside the app that shows you every player that's made you money, because our mind plays tricks on us, right? Yeah, which is dope, right?
Yes. I do that manually, like with some of my bets. If a couple of players are hitting me, I'll write it down and use it from Next Info when it holds it and logs it for you.
I got a whole notebook of who makes me money.
Oh yeah.
I don't need this I don't need it anymore because it's inside the app. So I can go in the app right now and go, Veronica Burton does not, I can tell you right now, Veronica Burton does not make people money. Okay. And I have 2 seasons worth of proof of the fact that at least she doesn't make me money. You know what I mean? So at the end of the day, I'm very surprised sometimes when I go in there and like Ray Burrell, and I'm talking WNBA in case people don't know the names, but Ray Burrell makes me money. Like, who would have thought that Ray Burrell is, one of my top ROI leaders? So when I'm geeking out and I got my downtime and I'm in my chair or I'm doing my business or whatever I'm doing, like I'm looking not at what the next lean is. I'm looking at who should I be concentrated on for that lean, because that's my personal betting preference. And that allowed me to win money off of Ray Burrell or, name the next girl, Stevens, that's kind of what the app is really geeky about. You can get lost in the numbers. You can get lost in, the return. And I think that's where it's got a stockbroker's mentality to it. Yes, it's a stoplight better product if you wanted to, but dude, you could, I got 9 screens. You can geek out with 9 screens like a stockbroker, a day trader, and you can find what's making you money in real time. And I
want to dive into the lean part. So you used to like have betting businesses and websites and try to put out bets for people can tell the difference between what most cappers put out, your little 2 cents, and compared to what the lean is. Is it like it's like an AI intricate, correct?
So I think that, with the advancements of AI, I think there's a lot of products right now, right? We're seeing a proliferation. You got to slow that one down. There's a lot of products on the market right now, right? So anybody can take data now and make it look pretty. I mean, and if you're on X or any social media, now you're seeing all the posts starting to look the same, right? They're all the same font. They're all the same, like AI has, whether you call it AI slop or not, anybody can take data from ESPN. And I call it scraping. And now we're going to get a little geeky and we're going to lose some of you. But if you're scraping data, meaning if you're not paying for data and you're just going to a website and you're stealing, you're not really stealing if you're scraping it. And then what people are doing is they're aggregating that data, meaning they're like, oh, Jacquel Jones averages 14.5 points per game. And then they're showing it in very pretty bars and graphs. And again, I got no problem with products that help people make money and beat the books. We're all here to beat the books.
Yeah.
But that's like a surface level, man. It's like, it's like a car that gets you to point A to point B. All right. If you now pumping real data, real-time data, or you're taking, so for instance, in Major League Baseball, I have over 2 million pitches, right, with over 520,000 events that have happened over the past 2 years. Before I put out any leans, before the app even does anything, it is replayed every single one of those pitches and instances for that exact matchup that's going to happen, whether it's Machado versus name the pitcher. It is running those scenarios, those actual data points for that specific matchup using all that information. That's what my app does different. It doesn't just go, hey, Machado is, HRR today, he averages, 14%. And in terms of HRR, he's probably a 22% lean today. Like, nothing wrong with that, but that's kind of lazy math, right? It's kind of like I just scraped some data and I ran it through like a calculator. does that make sense?
Yes.
Does I answer your question?
Yes,
Yeah.
it does.
I was trying not to geek it up, but
Yeah,
there's so much more to it, man.
And there's a lot of
But yeah,
bad. I mean, we talked about this on the show before. I mean, we're not here for being negative, but there's a lot of bad coppers that are not transparent and accountable. And
yeah, and I got no problem. Again, my P&L is a testing P&L. Like I'm testing a product, right? But then my other P&L is the one I'm proud of. That's the one of like, when I really want to use a bet, this is the account I'm going to bet on. Do you know what I mean? Because but a lot of people share the product, their P&L now, which I think is really awesome. And when I say P&L, it's profit and loss. What did you make? What'd you lose? And then other people don't share, or other people spam bets. And I got no problem with this industry. There are a couple bad actors that got surfaced last year, but for the most part, everybody's just dope, right? They're just trying to help people make money, and they're trying to make their own money. And if people are going to pay you for a product, bro, and they want to pay for it, and you're helping them in some way, take their money. It's cool.
Our job as a sports betting community, in my opinion, is helping the public. I think all of the sports bettors, because we're here to beat the books, and the books have taken enough money from us. And I've said this over and over on the show. They have huge casinos and sports books for a reason. It's time to take some money back, and giving back is awesome. It is.
And the best way to get them is live betting. Like I said, like the lines are always, and there's so many EV bettors in this space that are so smart, dude. And I even get lost in some of the shit that when they do live videos. I was watching one yesterday, and there's so much geek in there, and it's so helpful, but my brain doesn't work that deep. Like I can't, you know what I mean? So my point is, like, I got to back it up a little bit, and I got to be like, all right, how do we find people the easiest wins? How do we find people the easiest and most straightforward information? And
I'm glad you brought this up. Sorry to cut you off, but
no, go.
But your live betting, you changed that a few years ago. I want to talk about the backstory about that, especially between us, because it's something that we kind of started. I remember I went back in my FanDuel thing like 2 years ago. It took me forever. I did this last night, and I found my first live bet. And I remember you were briefly discussing with me at the beginning of this of live betting strategies that you're like, maybe live betting at halftime could be good. I could see this player doing this and this player doing that. Yeah. So I kind of ran with it for a few weeks, and I hit like 70% of all my bets for the next 3-4 weeks on live betting. And then after that, you took off with this. You didn't need no AI, no nope. anything like this, an app. You just dove in. If anybody knows me, I got tons of notes, but this guy right here probably has more notes than me, and he tracks it a lot better. So he's a geek when it comes to that, and there's nothing wrong with that at all. So you started diving into it, and you took what I kind of started a little bit with your ideas and just took off and ran with it. And that totally changed how you bet. Like, I was never a live bettor before you said
you nailed it. You nailed it, because one of my strengths, right? And again, I think backing it up even more is like, people try to adapt. Like, that's my fashion. I want to wear that. Like, no, bro, that's not your fat. Like, you don't look good in those super baggy pants, bro. Or you don't look good in those skinny jeans. Like, we try to adapt other people's fashion, but that doesn't work in our body. Do you know what I mean? And I think that a lot of people look at the way some people like cap and try to get in there and like, oh yeah. That's how I want to bet. That's how I want to bet. I want to be a DPV bettor. You know, like, that doesn't, for me, who processes in real, like, I can process things fast. So live betting for me, I can feel the trends. I can feel the momentum. I can have the game on in the background, but watching, a live play-by-play, and I got a feel for what's happening. Shot volume, right? I used to start. So a year and a half ago, I started with shot volume. What's the shot volume looking like? Who's going to keep jacking? How much does she normally jack? How many points is she getting per game? How many minutes is she getting? Is she getting more minutes because it's a closer game? Is she in foul trouble? So I can process that quickly. And that's where the whole idea honestly came from. Haywood, what if I had something doing that for me so I didn't have to sit there and strain my brain all day, especially during NBA?
Yeah. How many hours
10 games going on at the same time?
Yeah. 10, 12 games on. And then
because the leans are there, right?
Right.
But WNBA, if you got 8 games, 10 games going, it's almost impossible to find what to bet and keep track of all that data. With WNBA, that's why it's such a softer market, because there's only 2 games going on, sometimes 1. if you see 3 games going on at the same time, like yesterday for WNBA, it's a very big rarity. So it's a softer book. It's easier to hit because you can pay more attention. NBA is what everybody wants. That's what I want to bet. That's what you want to bet. But it's hard to pay attention to 8 games at the same time. Imagine if you had something that was dissecting everything and telling you what to bet in real time.
And doing all the work for you.
That's the product. The product is just what you mentioned. Instead of sitting in a chair looking at a play-by-play with some, with the game in the background, so let's look at a screen, get betting cues in real time, and let's start hitting that shit. Rather than using my brain, taking out paper and notes and going, all right. I mean, like right now, like I'm looking, right? So Charles is taking 4 shots. Chen is taking 4 shots. We're in a blowout in a WNBA game, right? Like there's really nothing to bet here. I would be looking at shot volume immediately. Edwards has 9 shots. Miller has 12 shots. She's only hit 3. It's going to be a blowout. She's going to sit. I'm trying to process all that in the same time where the answer is literally right in front of us. It's like Rivers is going to get the playing time because she has lower minutes right now, and she's going to come in. The app is doing all that work. The app is telling me that Rivers is the lean today. Rivers is going to hit 10 points. You want a live bet right now? Bet Rivers, right, for 10 points from
WNBA, everybody. This is recorded on Wednesday. WNBA is his go-to. Just letting all y'all know. We're going to get into other things, but his go-to is
we're going to have to fact check this one. He's going to come up and go, lost. But I'm not using the app. I'm using my brain at the moment, right? And basically going, that's the process of the live bet.
Right. And it's right in front of you, especially like live. Like I got tired. We talked about this forever. I just got tired of we did parlays, right? We'll put together.
That's all I bet is parlay. I mean, I'll bet a single here and there, but it's got to be like.
So I was tired of hitting 4 out of every 5 just because of the guy had a bad freaking game. You don't know if he didn't sleep right, partied, got in a fight with his family. You don't know what's going on in his personal life. You don't know if it's going to be a blowout.
You don't know what time the plane got in. You don't know if his Uber driver was an idiot. You don't know. We have no idea. So live betting, again, you're making the case for live betting. We can sit there and say, Ledger Walker is going to get, 15 points today. But I'm going to tell you, she was on my slip yesterday, the day before, and she started blazing. And the app said, it was red. She was red. And she's one of my go-tos. And I'm like, I almost questioned the app. And you know what? The app was right. It became a blowout, and I didn't bet her. I didn't slip her. So that's what I mean. It does all the work for you. It's not interpreting whether they slept last night. Who cares? It's interpreting what's happening on the court at that given moment and what's happened up to that point. And then it takes the historical and it devalues it as we get later in the game. So it still uses it in the beginning as a heavy influence. But once we start getting minutes and we start getting shot positions and we start understanding what's happening in the game, that becomes almost irrelevant to what's happening in the game. Like, again, you got a blowout now. It's up to almost 30 points.
Wow.
Right? Is that bettable? I don't even know if it's on the market right now, but is it bettable? Yeah. If you go to the app right now, it's going to show you where the lean is. If there's a lean, it's going to show you where it is.
Very powerful. Very powerful. And like, I know you don't have it. I didn't ask you to calculate, but tell the people at home, like roughly a percentage you would maybe say on your pregame hits compared to now where your live hits. Huge difference.
Oh, I wasted a lot of money on pregame bets. Again, kids, don't bet what you don't have, but, I wasted a lot of money just chasing home runs. First of all, if you're betting only home runs, you're going to lose money. Okay. I'm going to tell you that right now. There's some amazing cappers in this. Like I watched a dude yesterday hit 3 people. 2 of them were on the app, but they were like 18, 19, like in the top 20 for homers. I was like that. And there's some amazing people that have amazing brains and have amazing models. Don't get me wrong. But betting home runs is a losing cause, right? So for me, pregame betting has gone down to 2%. Maybe 1%. Maybe I'm even giving it too much more because I don't like losing money. And live betting, and I can tell you, my family will sit here, we're at the dinner table, and I'll be like, hit another one, hit another one, hit another one. Or, God, she was 1 assist off, and we were almost at $3,000. Like 1 assist for $3,000. Like if we're not hitting, we're close. Mm-hmm. And that's because it's live and we have the best chance. So I would even say 99 to 99.5% of my bets are pregame. Now that will change with NFL. NFL, I will pregame bet. because the app I feel
I
is
will
that
too.
powerful because it's matchup based.
Not many sports I still pregame. That's one of them for sure.
That's
NFL.
one of them.
That's definitely one
I
of
will
them.
never bet NBA, WNBA pregame. I rarely do it unless I really feel I have the right information from the app.
So to go back on my question, so your pregame betting, you would say 1% to 2% of them are hitting because you're parlaying a bunch of stuff together. Would you say roughly 50 to 60, 70% now with live, maybe in that range somewhere? Not an exact number, but
That hit?
a hit, yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I mean, I could tell you almost exactly. I believe it's 64% or something like that. Let me,
That's incredible.
fill some time. I can look and tell you exactly what it is.
It's incredible. So right now on your app, you have WNBA, MLB, and then are you launching anything for the NFL?
Hold on one second. So we're at 71.37%. And this is one account. Now, again, I have multiple accounts that I'm using in the app, but that's the one account that I just pulled up. I know that I got another one that's probably in the 60s. Now, again, we're talking parlays with usually
70%?
my parlays are like,
You said?
huh?
70%?
Yeah, 70%. Not bad, right?
Money.
But again, we can't. I feel, and nobody take this wrong way, but what's your winning percentage? It doesn't fucking matter. What are you betting? And what's your odds? Like a winning percentage to me means nothing. What's the ROI? What's the ROI on that week, that day, that month, that year, that sport, that player, that category? Like that's the way to look at it. I've found you used to bet a lot of rebounds.
Mm-hmm.
You used to bet a lot of assists.
Mm-hmm.
And I would only bet points and 3-pointers. Now I've incorporated a lot more rebounds and assists because it's one of my better track categories now. Rebounding and assists, I actually make more money. I have more ROI on those categories for WNBA than I do for 3-pointers. So and that's where I'm getting bid a lot. I'm getting bid a lot. Like I'll bet 4 rebounds and it's 3, or I'll get, because the app is predicting it's right there. And you know how stat guys are too. I mean, I've seen her grab that rebound and somehow it doesn't get registered. It drives me crazy.
That's another whole story. Stat
It's a whole
correctors.
other story. But that's kind of my point. It's like if you follow the numbers, and I believe numbers dictates life. Hayward, if you're a good friend 90% of the time, I can count on you 90% of the time. And those are pretty good odds. If you're a good friend 10% of the time, I'm probably not going to hang out with you a lot. You know what I mean? It's like you got to know what to surround yourself with when you're betting. And what you surround yourself with isn't your ego when you're betting. It's what's going to make you money. So when I see plus 100s and people clown on it and be like, yeah, it's plus 102. It's like
money, man.
It's free fucking
money. Who cares about the odds? Like if it's plus $100
on it, yes, you know what?
Or
and
minus.
I won $100.
Yeah.
I'm not going to bet $100 on a 19-leg parlay.
I'd rather win money than throw money away.
Unless FanDuel's giving me free credits or, I'm being bankrolled by Bob, like at the end of the day, I'm pretty conservative better. $25 is, is my, literally that's my unit. 35 when I feel it, 50 when I really feel it, 100 when I know it's going to at least be close.
Right, like a minus 130, minus 110, around that area. You'll put a little bit more on it because it's safer.
Yeah, and I'm also a realist. Like if I'm losing money that day, I'm not going to chase it. And that's hard to do. Like it's hard. Like I'm not going to say I never do it, but it's hard not to. But it's easier to go, hey, there's games tomorrow, and I got my app, and I know I'm going to find it if I spend some time in it. So
what's on the app right now? What do you have for sports?
So you asked about NFL. I am working very hard on what I feel is something different for NFL. There's a lot of next-gen stats, a lot of data you can pay for that are next-gen stats. And I haven't seen a product, and I'm not saying there isn't, but I haven't seen a product that's brain powering it. I keep saying aggregate. It's the wrong word, but I'll use it. That aggregates that data into something that's recognizable and bettable. Most people are wearing trackers now. There's a lot of services that are going back seasons and plotting. With the advancement of AI, we can tell where almost anybody is on the field at any given time. So that data is not free. So I'm consuming a lot of that data, buying a lot of that data, and making sure that I'm putting that into my model. So I'm spending a lot of time on NFL. I feel like NFL is going to be something special. I bet a lot of TDs. I bet a lot of receptions. But where I make the most money in NFL is longest reception yard, like 10, 15, 20.
That's your sweet spot.
That's my sweet spot. So I have a whole spot on the app, just like first basket for WNBA and NBA, and just like, my little home run tracker, which I think is pretty cool. But for me, it's these categories that are soft that I'm putting into the app that I hope people will start realizing are so soft. You can put, Justin Jefferson and, name Olave, name 3 people for 15 yards, and you can juice that thing up to plus 400 pretty quickly, like with the right people. Put a Matt Collins in there. Matt Collins for 15 yards every single game, slam it. It happened, I believe, 13 times.
I think we looked it up. It was 14 to what, 17 weeks?
It's crazy, right? And it's like he's so undervalued and wrong priced. So the app is finding that and basically saying, here's the value on longest yards. So I have a whole section on the app now where you can go in by any category, any stat market, and you can sort it, and it's going to tell you who the top 20 in that stat market are. Not based off of what they historically did last year, based upon what they did last year, the year before, and what we think is going to happen based upon that defense with what's happening, the coverages they play, whether it's cover 3, this, that, blah, 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 and I'm taking all the routes and what should be run against that defense. So there's a lot of pregame. People are like, oh, I modeled that game. I guess it's called modeling, but I'm basically running these games in real time, hundreds, if not thousands of times to figure out what works, and thinking a real smart offensive coordinator will do what I'm doing and will find what's working, and he'll make it work, or he's going to go to whatever's secondary on that. And I'll know right away because the app's going to realize like, that quick out is always covered. It's not going to be good. This is the post route. You're going to hit him on the post. You're going to get him on the post. Like that's what the app is doing in real time as well, instead of pregame. So we can sit there. It's just like Tyson said, everybody's got a game plan until they get punched in the face, right? So we can go into an app and go, hey, I think he's going to score a touchdown. But let's make money and figure out how he's going to score that touchdown. Is it that post? Is it in the second quarter where the defense is historically weak, but also they're playing the wrong coverages continually, and the app is recognizing that there's an advantage here? And this is where you geek out, right? What are they running for offense versus what are they running for defense? And where is the leverage? Where can we bet? The app in real time is doing that. Show me an app that's going to be doing that in real time.
None.
If you can, I will partner with them because I probably have something I need or I have something they need, and let's get to work. Do you know what I mean?
And
that's another thing I don't understand, bro. Like, why are people not I got great data. You got great data. Let's put our great data together, and you think linear, I think circular. Let's make a better product. Do you know what I mean? Everyone's
more collaboration.
So
yes. You're right.
And as a developer now, as an engineer, it's like, I'm not saying that you can open source anything that I got, but if you're going to be there for me 90% of the time, and I can be there for you 90% of the time, let's be buddies.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. And to take a step back to what the app does for you, like geeking out, that's part what I do. Like, if corners are 10 yards off the first whole possession and one receiver has 2 catches, well, that might be a great live bet to place him on his over on his catches because the defense has, or you wait and to see if there's adjustments. There's just tons of power and tools.
Put your brain into the app now and having the app do that for you in real time. And that's why I need you to put eyes on what I've built, because I think you're going to be like going, this is great. This could be better this way. And and that's what I'm really looking to do. Again, you can use the app pregame, but it's a live bettors model. It's your brain in real time. It's how you bet strikeouts, right? You can go into, I know you go into a game all the time going, hey, he's going to get 4.5 strike. He's going to cover this. He's going to cover. But your strength is when you're watching the game, you're like, you're like, I got to bet strike out the side or 2 strikeouts in the bottom of the fourth, and I'm like, really? And you hit these things, and that's what the app is really doing for any sport that I have right now. But definitely for football.
To take a step back, let's talk about pregame. It gives you news and information, kind of like where you can find an outlet, correct?
Yeah, I mean, it's not like it's going to tell you who's out. But the advantage of the app is like yesterday, I forget who. Bonner got not traded. She got released by the Mercury.
Really?
And she got released. Well, she got released because it's her last year, and they want to give her a chance to go win a title. So they, and again, does people know that? Sure. I'm sure some people know that, but how does that affect the rotation? How does that affect scoring? How does it affect 3-pointers? Because she always jacks. How does it affect rebounds? Because you know what? She covers the paint a lot. So, is it Broshan? Is it Cooper? Like who's going to actually fill the gap? That's more what the app is doing. It's not go to Underdog Sports, get all your news, figure out who's hurt, who's not hurt. Like I love that. I'm there all day. But it's taking that information in real time as well and trying to figure out how now not to just tell you that happened, but how you as a bettor can take advantage of that happening.
So you have
yes and no.
You have MLB and WNBA in your app right now. You're about to launch NFL. Are we going to have
NFL is live-ish. I mean, it's live for me and my little testing group. And then NBA is all coded out. I'm ready to launch that. And NHL, I'm debating on whether to build because it's a totally different animal. And as a geek like me that's put all these hours into finding the right formulas, NBA follows WNBA. NFL follows the model that I've been working on for a year and a half, right? And then, Major League Baseball, I've been working on the EV product for 3 years. That's the brain. So I have all that.
Okay.
So NHL would be, and I love NHL so much.
No, that's one of your favorite sports.
Just seems like something to bite off. That's, I'd have to get one of these guys like Cheddar or somebody, pay them a lot of money to get their brain to download into my app because they're super, super smart, intelligent dudes that know shit that I don't know about hockey. And I think that's my weakness. I don't know hockey the way that I should know hockey, that I know football or I know basketball or I know Major League Baseball. I know hockey is more of a viewer rather than a strategy guy. And so maybe NHL.
Okay. NFL going to be ready to launch for all the people at home?
If you come in the app right now and you sign up, you don't have to, but if you sign up, that means literally just get in there and give me your name and information. It will have an early Labor Day weekend. You'll have access to it.
So no credit cards, no signups. It's totally free. Go win
totally
some money,
free.
everybody.
Totally free. Again, NHL, I'm not going to, there's no deception here. Like NFL is going to be a paid product. There'll be a freemium model, meaning you'll be able to see, some of the leans and some of the, but to unlock it, it will cost, it's $14.95 a month. I mean, give me a break. You can cover that in one bet, right? I mean, I call me up. I'll give you the bet to cover that.
When are we switching over to that? How long is it free for the people?
Everything, I'm not blocking anything on the WNBA side. In fact, they're about to go to the World Basketball Classic, so that's about to get messy in terms of who's playing, who's not playing. Code-wise, that's a mess. I mean, it's a great product still, but to get it coded the right way going into that, Major League Baseball, it's the dog days of summer, so it's that's going to stay free. NHL. Not on the radar yet. NBA is going to come on in October. So NBA and NFL will be paid products. Again, you can go premium. We call it Sharp for $14.95. It's nothing. Or you can buy. It's gamified, and we haven't even talked about this. So I wouldn't say it's like Candy Crush or any of that stuff. It's not like annoying. It's not like Temu where you're like spinning shit. But what it is like, oh well, I want to unlock that. Well, I gave you juice, and I keep saying me. Engineers gave you juice, so you can unlock this and you can actually figure out, okay, I want to unlock that. It costs 5 juice points. You visit the app, you get 30 points every day. You can use them. You can, you can do X amount of unlocks, for that. Or you can re-up on the juice. You can go $5, $10, $15, $20. If you're going to do that, you might as well go Sharp and just pay for the subscription, which unlocks everything all the time. And a lot of the ROI tracking and player tracking, that's all a Sharp product. That's the paid product. But yeah, it will be freemium. You don't ever have to put down a credit card, ever. And you'll still get enough information to make you money.
So besides what you talked about as far as the leans it gives you, like somebody that handicaps and researches, I haven't done it all the time, but that one day I did, a week and a half ago, I literally just went on your app and just looked at pitching information in games.
Do you want me to share?
Let's pull it up. let's pull up your app and show all the people at home, basically in a nutshell, like just go over it and show what's going on. But I researched and handicap everything on your app that day, and I had put a 3 or 4
I know you
leg
need
down.
hit, and you know what? I feel like that was you're my testimonial. I got some people that are like, I got a guy I used to work with, and he's a big better, and he knows his way around, but he's busy. He doesn't have the time, and he went on there and he's just like, dude, all I did was tail, one of your suggested bets, and I hit, and I'm like, that's it. I said, you can get geeky too if you want to, So this is live as we speak. This is what's happening in real time. This is a real time app. Can't say that enough. This is live. This is live information being pumped in here. Jock Peterson hit a home run a little while ago. This is the flight tracker on that home run. Right, it went 394 feet. That's literally the trajectory, distance, exit velocity, launch angle. He hit a cutter, so you can see I actually detailed the pitch right here as well.
I love how it shows the grip, by the way.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty geeky. I like that. Gorman, and again, this is real time. So this is pumped through that social that she has put up. Odds Are podcast. Every single one of these hits Twitter live. So at the very least, follow it on Twitter. And there's plenty of people that show home runs, but at least I'm showing you what the angle is, what the pitch was. And if you want to geek out a little more than, he hit a 420-foot bomb, here's where that is. So this is the home run tracker. And I'm just looking real quick. Now I'm geeking out. Who hit a home run? Dan Ben Rice hit one. Bet him yesterday. The day after Lay should have been.
Suarez hit one today too?
Suarez hit one. Tarang hit one. Big Meat Pete. Varsho.
Wow. Graphics look great.
Yeah. Thanks, brother. So this is the MLB side. So what happens is you come in here, it's going to show you a scheduler. It has all the games up here. All right, all the days. You can go back in time. You can see what happened last week. You can replay the game if you want to, which is pretty cool. We'll get into that. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I geek out on the little things, man.
I like that.
Let's see if this like this.
I like that. Hey, did this pitcher hit close to the zone? Is that why his strikeouts weren't where they're supposed to? Or they're like little things like that.
You nailed it. And so, again, this is a player prop model, but what I did take from you, and this is credit to Heywoods, is this is a real live line, and it's going to tell you what our lean is on every single line that's live, right? And you can come in here. You can see what the reason that we're suggesting him. This is just the scheduling card. So this is everything that's live as we speak, right? And you mentioned an app previously. So if you're used to that app, that's what you're going to see here, right? You want to geek, you come into where it says Recon, and now you can sort, and you can start finding what the leans are in real time. Let's go to hits. It's going to sort. This is live. That's how fast it is. This is real live data right now as we speak. Here are the odds right now.
And it changes and updates all the time because it's taking in data.
Continually. Okay. Every 15 seconds, I am updating right now and pulling live odds, live information. I can tell you exactly what we're looking at for his live bases. You can come in for his HRR, for runs, for steals. We can go to the pitchers. I'm working on a new model. And this is mid-game, so this is not on right this second. But you can go per game, and you can actually see what they're going to do per category. So let's say, okay, I want to see what Durbin's going to do. He's going to get an RBI today. All right, so it's plus 220 to get an RBI.
What's the CV score? That's like the hammer or not hammer type deal, like percentages on it.
Yeah, so it's a good question. So hammer, go, slow, and fade. Those are my betting cues that we kind of work through here, right? So where you see green, green's good. It's pretty simple, right? Where you see, I want to find a game that's not live for a second. Let me go to that's probably live too, right? 417.
So find a live game here.
So yeah, like Harris right now. So to hit a home run, he's plus 850 live on FanDuel. These are all FanDuel odds. I aggregate the odds to FanDuel. And the betting queue on him is slow. Let's say you just want to ignore that shit. You can slip him. So I just tap the bet, and it puts it in the slip up here. I click on the slip up here, and I can send this to FanDuel just like that by tapping it.
Or any book
So
that you
one of the
decide.
things I say is, tap, bet, win. It's that simple, right? If you're looking for live tails, like I want to tail something live, I have this separated down into what's best of the slate, or you can go per game. And it comes down into builders. It's not suggesting any builders right now. Most people wouldn't consider a plus 300 a lotto. I do. So, but 2 legs for plus 308. Right. And then moonshots, meaning, that is really lottos, what people really consider lottos. These are all live plays.
Wow. So it does put together crazy lottos if you wanted to too. Okay.
Yep. It totally does. So this is one of the accounts that's, to go sharp. So some of these are features that you have to use sharp for, or you have to buy the juice for. So I'm out of juice because I've tested this one too much, but if I sign in, which I probably do.
Yeah. Show the folks at home this juice so you can get a little bit of perks of what you're talking about.
What's that? I'm sorry.
The juice, go into that. You need more juice here. So what's this?
So yeah, so it's just a way to refill, just like any game, right? Think Fortnite, think, call it whatever you want to play, right? So you can grind it out all day and try to figure out how to get the juice. I allow you to do that. Like you can come in every single day and you can get 30 points, right? I want you to use those up because I want you to see the benefits of the app. Or you just re-up the juice. You come in here and again, you can get 50 for $5, 120 for 10. Or just upgrade to sharp for it's $14.99, not $95.
So in a nutshell, basically what this is you can purchase it, but it shows you more of the app, and you can use those coins to unlock things on the app. If you don't want to do the $15 per month, if you want, hey, I need more information about this game, and I don't have it, and I don't want to do the monthly. Let's try it out. That's what that benefit. That would be.
Yeah, but I got enough in here for. I mean, there's enough. Like I haven't even shown you the live, so let's go to live, right? So right now. Just refresh this to make sure that we're giving you guys the right information. So again, it's whatever day you're putting this right now, though. It's Wednesday at what time we got? 6:52, right? Eastern
5:50, 5:50 Arizona time here.
So this is a live game. Breu's up, right? And just like that other app you mentioned, you can watch this in real time. So
it's pretty dope.
There's no pitches on this one, but you can see what happened here. That was a fly out by Xavier. You can go through and watch every single pitch and see what they did in real time.
That's awesome.
Right? Tells you what happened on the final. What was the result of that play? Goes through and shows you all the balls. I want to show you the live action. Let's find another game.
And as the count goes to batters, it gives you like their odds on what they are when it's 0-2, 1-2, full count, so on and so forth too. A lot of other tools.
So that's live, right? So he just hit a single. Live,
okay.
Right. So Troy Johnson, if you want to see all the 2 pitches, hit a single.
Fastball inside. Oh, he hit one.
Norby hit a home run.
That just happened, huh?
Just happened. Let's see what he hit it on. So you can come in here and go, all right, well, he hit it. All right. EV was 102, launch angle 28. All right. It was a cutter. Wow. So geeky, right? And then this is the actual lineup. So this is the lineup, and it has the live betting cues here, right? So look at that. I mean, now you got a
mound visit. That's freaking dope.
It is dope, right? It shows you when there's a challenge. It shows you, again, not to be that guy, but you get what you pay for, right? You get like, I'm ingesting real data in real time. Sometimes I'm on these apps and it's like, what does it say? Coach's challenge. It's like, all right, so what's happening? Why are we down for 2 minutes? What's the challenge? I'm going to update you on what the challenge is and what the result is. It's like, I'm going to tell you what happened, not just it's a coach's challenge and you're sitting there for 2 minutes wondering if the app is stuck or spinning, So yeah, this is the live aspect of it. And what's geeky about it is somebody like you can go, well, what did Mickey strike out on? Well, shit, look at that. He got 2 100-mile-an-hour what? He got 2 100-mile-an-hour. You got a slider and 2 fastballs.
Wow.
So the fastballs were over 100 miles an hour.
And his weakness is up and in.
There you go. And knowing that, let's say you didn't know that. Let's say you wanted to find out what that's all about. Like, well, how do you know that? Nobody else knows that. Well, let's go find out. Let's go find out what Durbin.
Fight.
You click the head and you get a fight. So again, think about Mortal Kombat. Round one, fight, right? Durbin versus Gusto, right? So again, this is pregame, so bear with it right now. But so I want to cap these guys, and I want to see what the advantage is that Durbin has. So our model calls him a 13.77 probability for a home run. He's 152nd on the day, so probably not a good bet. What the pitcher's primary pitch is a fastball, which he throws 38% of the time.
It's pretty high.
Right. This is Gusto's arsenal. This is what he throws a four-seamer. This is his,
Love this part. The percentages, this and that, batting average.
This is what I mean when you want to geek out, right? Like I'm not at a stoplight anymore. I'm on the toilet, or I'm
and this helps you during the live. You like 38% of the time he's throwing a fastball. His fastball is off tonight during the live, right?
Yes.
Dude, right.
Dude, you're picking it up. So they don't have a meeting, so they never met, so we don't know what the historical is. Probably the wrong guy to pick. But
it does show if there's historic right there when the lowest
shows you every single pitch he's ever seen against that pitcher, and it will show you every single pitch. So if there's, there'll be pitch categories like fastball, and you can sort it by. I'll show you real quick. But even down to the count war, like I think this is stuff that people don't really cap. Like with the advancement of live betting, right? Like microtransactions, not to be super geeky, but it's just like in a video game. What's a microtransaction? It's something that happens in real time because I want it right the F now. That's what betting is, microtransactions and betting. The count is right. The count is 0 and, or 2 and 1. And you can go and go, okay, what is he on 2 and 1? This is what he is on 2 and 1, right? This is what he's expected. Let's go to a deeper dive. He's hit one home run on a 2 and 1 count in his history, right? I'm talking about the batter. Where does he excel? Well, the pink is where he excels more, right? He makes contact 90% of the time on a 2-0 count, right? And then you go a deeper dive into that. Has he hit a home run there? No, but he's got 5 singles and he's got 1 double off the 2-0 count. Do you know what I mean? You see how geeky we can get with this? Like for microtransactions, that's the next iteration of the model for next season. The next iteration for the model for next season is when he gets to X, this is what you bet him for.
And some books are for baseball. You can live bet during a 2-0, 2-1, 2-2 count. This is powerful. It is, and especially and again, now we're getting super geeky. How fast can the data be delivered, and can I beat the data stream to give you that advantage? Yes, I can, because we pay for it, because we're paying a lot of money for data. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, it gets super geeky, right? What's the hard hit rate? What's his home run to plate appearance average? How many times has he been at bat over the last 2 seasons? We can go into zone control in terms of like where he excels. So Durbin excels in the middle and up. Right, so let's get into the middle and see what he does inside the middle. Right, again, this is on my browser. On a phone, it looks formatted better, but it shows you. I mean, you can geek out for hours in here. That's just one screen inside the war. Let's go to round 2. Round 2, we call it the hot box. Right, that's specific to here, but it shows you where the damage, where the pitcher, where the batter has damage, and where the pitcher leaks. So we're capping the batter to the pitcher. We're not capping the pitcher right now. We're capping what the batter does well and what the pitcher does bad, right? And you can't cap the pitcher. That is not.
You can cap the pitcher,
okay.
Of course.
Of course.
And then, let's go to round 3. What's round 3? It's the pitch war. This is what we just talked about. I want to see every slider that Gusto's ever thrown this season. He's thrown 382 sliders. Well, I want to see them all.
Wow.
Okay, well, let's see them.
You click on it, and it shows you.
It's going to show you 382 sliders. Do you want to sit through it? Probably not, but you know where he likes to bury the slider, right? Do you know what I mean? Now you're understanding where he wants to put that slider almost every single time, right?
Quick question.
So he's looking to put that shit down and in.
If I can ask, can you look at the last time they faced each other and where his sliders were?
Yeah, if they have history, yes.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
That's awesome.
And that's his 4-seam, right? So you see what he's doing with his 4-seam. He likes to leave it up or he likes to bury it in, right? So the changeup, he's throwing 323 changeups. This guy's pretty, again, just looking at the tapes, it seems like he has some good control. So this is what I mean, how geeky you can get. You can sit here for hours if you wanted to and really find out what's happening inside here. Go to round 4. Hold on. Go to round 4. Sorry, I'm on my computer.
You're
so
good.
This is me Carter Kong, and what I think about the matchup. Me personally. That doesn't mean it's what the app thinks, right? The app's an independent aggregator of information that's making its own decisions based on. This is me coming in here and saying, yeah, fade this dude. He ain't hitting a home run today. And then I give my reasons why. And then I even give you a link to his stats. If you want to come into his stats, you can click into every one of his stats and you can see and you love this.
Is this where all the notes come out in your history and like all the research you've done separate from what the app is giving you?
So this is more me as I would interpret it, which was really fun to do because basically I'm coding my brain into that part of the app. And that's what I struggle with. I mean, honestly, it's like I didn't want the app to think like me. I wanted the app to think like, let's make people money almost every single time rather than me who overthinks everything and thinks too much, right? So Carter Kong is the guy that's going to overthink it and think too much, but he's going to make you some money. Whereas the app's probably consistently going to make you more money. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I mean?
I think this is your Carter segment here. Your what you're showing for football is going to be your goodness.
Oh, wait till you see football, brother. I will click on, again, this is just there's nothing here, right this second. But imagine if you're seeing all that with route patterns, if you're starting to see, so here's your early sign up so you can start seeing things on Labor Day. Let's say if you start clicking on things and you start seeing routes, coverages that are played on that down and that distance, what's likely to be run here in line, what likely should be run here. This is likely what should be run here. Like when you're starting to get that kind of information and that deep, that's a game changer. Because as a guy that live bets the F out of football, I mean, I got 4 screens over there. I got 7 screens here in front of me. Like I live bet football. This is going to allow you to live bet football. It's going to be the geek. And then we got WNBA too to kind of finish it off. You can go in here at any time and see what's happening in real time.
Would you say that your product is super strong on WNBA because of everything you put in? Like even if somebody did not know anything about WNBA and you trust the app, WNBA is super strong.
Oh, I got people that make money off WNBA and hate it. Not to talk politics, but they may be on a different side of what the WNBA even stands for, and they're making money off of it. So you don't even need to know anything about the sports.
You don't need to know this app will do it for you.
All you need to know is, like, can you read numbers? If you can read numbers and trust, then it works for you. So I just recoded all this. I am so proud of this. This is dope. So you can come in here and you can sort just like you did with baseball by every single category, right? And you can see what's going to happen. This is the next game. I just added PRA, PR, PA, RA. It's pretty dope. Let me go back to points. But you can come in here and now the why, right? I put a lot of time into this. This was you. You asked for the why. You said to me, I'm a why guy. I'm a why guy. I'm a why guy.
Mm-hmm. I gotta know why. I gotta know why.
This isn't lip service. This is the why, right? So I did this based upon a conversation. You probably don't even know this. We had a conversation 2.5 weeks ago, and you had mentioned something. Maybe the last time that we were on your other podcast, you asked about something, and I said I don't have the answer. I created the answer, and the answer isn't the answer. The answer is like literally the DNA of the why, right? This is why I feel this is the lean, right? At 56%. This is, if it's going to happen, here's how it's going to happen. And I basically project what's going to happen in terms of the minutes that they're getting, the usage lift based upon, previous, and again, I'm not going to give away all the formulas, but there's a lot of geekiness in here. But it really dives into the why I feel. I want to find one that's going to happen so we can kind of, doesn't look like there's a lot that's going to happen on this game, buddy. That's the problem.
Just me. It's just, I've always if I've like tailed you in the past, like I'll follow it and then I'll like research why, because I got to know the why. I'm just that's
yeah, and that's a lot of bettors, right? And it's not a negative thing; it's an ego thing, like in a good way. I want to know that my money is being put to good use, like a stockbroker, like, somebody that trades. They do it themselves because they want to be in control of their money. They just don't want to give it to E.F. Hutton and let them, figure out where to put their money. But this is super geeky. It also comes into the light. I don't think the game's on yet. And the game's not on yet. But
Not yet.
tail feature as well. So you can come in here and you can tail. And this, there's a lot of time and effort on these tails. These make money. The first time ever that I used the tail feature 2 months ago, when I first introduced it, I think I even told you, it was like a 17-leg parlay. I haven't hit a 17-leg parlay in years.
Right.
So you can come in here and you can literally figure out what you want to play. Let's play this 9-leg for plus 40. Again, this is pregame.
See the juice.
I don't have any juice here, so I can't show you, but it slips the way we showed you the other way.
Okay.
Stats, slips, aggregates all your slips. You can search any player at any time and come through here and say Jones, Jocko. Oh, let's go to Brianna Jones. She just came back.
And if I could ask, everything's on here except specialty bets, overs, unders, alt lines, points, rebounds, RPA, PA, RP, stuff like that.
There's no market that's not covered. Especially if it's live. If it's live, I got it. And there's a verdict, which I think is the best part, because there's a lot of great products in the market that go, hey, this is what's live, or this is what you should bet pregame. But is anything really telling you in real time? And everything, again, don't take it the wrong way. But if you're at a bar, right, and you're a single guy, and you're like, I want to know the chances of me walking up there and getting that number, or figuring out, I want to know my odds going in. What are the signals? Did I read the signals right? Or, am I feeling good? Like, what are the signals that allow me to make sure that I'm going to capitalize on that bet? Do you know what I mean? And that's literally what the live app is doing. It's giving you the best information to secure that number, to get those digits, to get this thing done, to cash that bet. Like, that's what it's about. It's like, it's not a set it and forget it. And it's hard to market, because you know what's happening when the games are happening? I'm betting using the app. So I'm not making content. I'm not showing, I try to do some halftime bets. We missed one yesterday. We missed a big one yesterday by one rebound. 2 days ago, I was sitting at the dinner table. I think I told you guys, I missed by one rebound, $3,000. We're not talking, I'm not talking big bets, talking $25 to $35 bets. And we're covering 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 legs.
And that was recommended by the app.
Recommended by the app.
Yep.
Or going to Recon, just like I am here now. What time is it? When do we get live? We'll be live. That's going to be a while. But if this was live, this is giving you real live betting cues, and you'll be able to just click on these, slip them, and send it. So what I did the other day is I just took every hammer for a live bet, sent it, and boom, yeah. I mean, it was $25 for 238, but I'll take it 8.5, 9 times return, wouldn't you?
So, yeah, of course. And so what you're talking about is I see fade on the screen. So you have one more time. Give your 4 indicators again.
So it is working backwards. It's fade, slow, go, or hammer. So
you just literally put together what it said for hammers. Didn't know
so
the Y part.
See how it says go down here? It said I just took every hammer that was live.
Yep.
And there was like 12 of them. And I slipped them.
It builds a slip for you right there.
Do me a favor. I'm going to stop sharing for a second.
Okay.
Because I am going to log in. And I am going to show you how it really works. So we're not just talking. I'm like, yeah, and you press the button and you slip. How about you show them? I'll show them, dude.
Brother, I'm proud of you.
Thanks, bro. Dude, you had a lot to do with this. I don't probably give you the kudos that you probably deserve on this, but you have a lot to do with this. Okay, I'm going to present.
I want to help. I want to help. All right, so present. You should be able to see if you have any trouble here.
Okay,
yeah,
good. I got it.
Okay, cool. Add the stage. Okay, cool.
Yep. So again, so now I have 1,330 juice, right? Which means I have plenty of juice to bet whatever I want to bet. So we'll go back in here. The easiest thing to remember is recon is the live bets. So what's live and what do I want to bet, or what's pregame? So I'll just bet goes because there's no real hammers, meaning the engine is doing its job. It should be a tight game. It's probably going to be a defensive matchup, and there's probably not going to be as much scoring as probably people believe. And Toronto just is not that great right now. So I click on it, I add it to the slip. Here's a hammer. I click on it, I add it to the slip. Click on it, add it to the slip. I'm not even looking at the names at the moment, bro.
Right.
Click on it, add it to the slip. Click on it, add it to the slip. Now then I'm going to go back up to the top. And I'm going to look at rebounds. And I'm going to do the same thing. Oh, there's a hammer. There's another hammer. I'm not going to play her for 4. Play that for 4. Play that for 4, even though she's been a little off.
What's it mean? Hold on real quick. It says fade right there in the top right, and you clicked on it. Something.
So that is the live. Yeah, good question. So her current line, her live line. Oh, shit. I don't want that. Her current live line is 5.5 rebounds.
That's what it's saying by fade.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's minus 141.
And
this is taking,
all lines.
These are the alt lines, everything. Yeah, again, thanks for slowing me down. Everything is the alt line that you see here with our percentage that the engine is suggesting at the moment, right? So while her live line sucks, and that's usually what the books are, you'll find quickly in the books. If you know your way around FanDuel and you know how to get through there, you'll find it eventually. But why go hunting through FanDuel when you can I can show you exactly where the hammers are, right?
So you got to slip. You're building it. You're going to go over to assist here.
See, I'm in assist. We'll go to 3-pointers. It's turned into an infomercial. I didn't want it to be an infomercial, but I appreciate it. Melbourne for 1-3, so we're going to slip her.
All right. And all lines, I'll be more direct. Live betting did change my life, but more than specifically, alternate lines changed my life.
But they're hard to find. So you just made a great point, dude. If you're on your phone trying to bet, which is 90% of the public, it is so hard to find what you're looking for, right? I bet off terminal, I bet off screens. Like again, I got the setup. So I can find this a lot quicker, but the app does it for you. Everything that's live, the data is pumped live. I can find any bet. If it's up, it's up in the app. You don't have to go hunting. You don't have to go pecking. You go, oh shit, I missed her for 2 threes. I knew she was going to hit a 3, but I couldn't find it. I couldn't open it fast enough.
This is all there for you right there. Bam, bam, quick, fast package.
It's here. This is free right now. Like you don't even have to pay for this. So
and another thing, not to cut you off, dude, when you're dealing with like an app on your phone, it might log you out. It might freeze. It might do something. There's a holdup. There's a reason why it's doing it because the books don't want you to place a certain bet.
Yeah, and I'm not an app, you know what I mean? And that's the thing. We're on a live site, right? Which I think is there's a benefit. I've launched plenty of apps in the Apple Store and the Google Play Store, and there's no reason why we wouldn't. But right now, I feel this is the fastest data that we can pump into a live URL. I feel like that's the way to go. There's less latency. There's faster data. It comes through quicker, and I love it. So we're at 9. Now we got 9 picks in the slip. We click on it. If this was live, it would have a green line showing us exactly what she's covered already.
Oh, that's cool. So you can see exactly where they're at. You can see where your slip's at. That's another benefit of this too.
So when I do the tail feature, when I tail, I'm looking for something that's 60 to 70% covered by halftime. Yep. So this is only plus 276 for 9 picks, which doesn't sound like tremendous amount of money. You click on it, you open FanDuel, look away. Slips it right here. Moved up to 297. I am going to stop sharing for a second while I log in.
No problem.
You can fill the void while I hunt and peck here.
No problem. There's so much that goes into this, folks, and so many great tools. Like, I don't know all of it, and I'm asking Carter, like, I'm a regular bettor, and I am about questions about his app. There's so much that goes into this, folks, and it's free. You don't have to pay for anything. Just try it out. It can help everything. Like, especially experienced bettors. It's free. I mean, that's the best word ever.
What are we doing? It's free. You don't get cookied. You don't dude. I'm a bettor, right? And I go to a ton of sites, and I get, marketing emails and push notifications and this and that, and remind. Like, I'm not doing any of that. I'm being honest with you. I don't really need the money that bad. I want you to have a good experience. I want you to be like, Carter, here's what we need for next season. Here's how I bet. I want to pick your brain, and I want you to be, I have a whole Capper's Corner. I want you to come into this app, and it can be, Bob's Bangers. It can be, there's plenty of cappers out there. J Far, Too Far. Like, it can be any of these guys that come in here and basically like, hey, I found these leans on this app, and boom, here they are. So like, I want to hear from people of like where it might be deficient, where it could be better, where it banged for them. Like, how did it work? I'm being genuine, man. Like, let's beat the books. Like, the app is making money. It will make more money. It will make, if it's a good product, if you're a good friend, you'll be in need. If you're a bad friend, you won't be in need, right?
Let's beat the sports
friendship,
books.
Brother.
That's right. Let's beat the books, brother.
So show me the money. So it loaded. It's plus 297. I'm gonna put just put $25. No, I don't like that. I need it to be over. Put 35 on it. Needs to be over 100. We'll send it. So 35. I put the. I learned my lesson the other night, and it covered. Somebody got hurt. Cloud got hurt, and I had 4 bets with Cloud open.
Oh,
2 of them covered. I had bet assist on them, and 2 of them I didn't cover. And there were 2 that I didn't put it on were the big ones because I didn't want to pay the extra juice. So I pay the juice. I don't care about $1.05 on a $35 bet.
Should we show the folks at home the bet slip? Are you okay showing that stuff or no?
Showing the bet slips?
Yeah. So in a nutshell, you loaded it on your app and it went straight to your
I thought I was sharing.
No, you're not.
Oh, my bad. It says I'm sharing.
That's okay.
I guess I'm not on the stage.
All right, here we go. My bad.
All right.
We're learning here. So show the slip again.
Let's do it again.
Sorry.
Oh, it's all good, brother. In fact, now we know we just want some hammers. So let's go back to rebounds because we found some hammers. We're going to take Harrison's been balling out. We're going to put her for 4 rebounds.
So we got the FanDuel up. We got FanDuel up on the screen.
Oh, I got FanDuel up. No worries. We'll get it back. We'll recover, brother.
That's right. Guess who's
okay?
back?
It's coming. All right. We're back. So Harrison's been balling out. So we're going to put her in the slip. 4 rebounds. Hammer.
Ooh.
You don't need to know her name. You just go to Recon. You sort by anything you want: rebounds, points, assists, or 3-pointers. I put her in. Malonga, 6 rebounds. Now Malonga is hot and cold, but we're going to slip her. So 2 picks. I am literally just looking for the word hammer at the moment.
Yep. And not even look at the player, what it is, just the word hammer. Because it's doing the work for you. A high percentage of
if I want to geek out and say, Fam, can she cover 4 rebounds? I totally think she can cover 4 rebounds today. But I'm not going to slip her. So now we have 2 legs. It tells you exactly what you got here for 54.08, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I am going to, let's go to points real quick, see if anybody moved.
Okay.
Go. Fade.
Hammer.
Kiki's been playing well. Kiki's back from injury 4 or 5 games now. Let's put Kiki in there. Plus, she's cute. So
I was about to say the same thing.
Yeah.
Who's she play for?
Toronto.
All right.
And for all you people who are like, WNBA, if you haven't watched the WNBA, it is more physical than the NBA. NBA, I know a bunch of NBA guys.
You're totally right.
It is physical. In fact, we went to a game the other night, and that was one of my wife's comments. She's like, holy crap, this is physical. I mean, it's really like, it's pretty rough.
I'm not sure if it was that game you were at, but I watched a few minutes of the Mercury game like a few days ago just to see what it's all about. I don't watch it. And you're right. In 5-10 minutes of me watching, I was like, there's more contact in this sport than in like a full NBA game.
When they set picks, they're setting picks.
Yeah. They're brutal and they're
really,
hard.
really are. Melbourne for 1-3. Let's slip her. She's a hammer.
We've got 4 things on the slip now after Billy. We're just looking for hammer, folks. The app's doing all the work for you.
So again, you can go cross sport too. I mean, if you wanted to be betting Major League Baseball at the same time, we can come in here to live games and we can see if there's anything we want to lean to. So this game just started. Let's see if there's anything in here that we like. I usually play hits live. I don't play home runs.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's what game was that I just had up? Do you remember?
No, I don't remember. Looking through quite a few.
It was the A's.
This game.
Betting the A's. Whatever. That may be. Hold on. Let's look at
All the way over
Minnesota
there.
Athletics.
Okay.
Slow, fade. Those are home runs. Let's go to hits.
Okay.
So we got Keishel for a go. Jaffers for a go. Oh, and this tracks it. So have they covered their line?
And each splash is per game, right?
Yeah, per game. So I'm looking for consistency, right? So Culpepper's been balling a little bit. Lewis. Now we're getting into the slows. Maybe we look and go HRR. See if there's anything here. There's no HRR market live. Let's just go cross sport because we've been talking about. Let's put Culpepper in there. I feel like. So now we got 5 in the slip. Got Harrison, Malonga, Kiki, Melbourne, and Culpepper. Plus 114. Not a lot, but
it's money.
FanDuel. Let's open FanDuel.
Sure.
There it is in the. I'll put it. Let me share that screen. Hold on. Stop share.
Okay. And I'll share it once it comes up.
Okay. Should be good. So now it's in the slip. All right.
That's dope.
It's 139 here, so the odds went up. I'm going to bet protect it. I don't know, $32. No, we don't like that. I like everything to get over 3 digits at least. This is close enough. Yeah, that'll go over 3 digits. So put 42 on that. We send it.
These are real bets he's placing, folks.
These are real bets. I mean,
he's not just he like for real. He just placed a $32 bet. Like
so $42 bet on that one, $35 there. Yeah. So again, not a lot of action going on, but
it's pretty simple and direct and stoplight bettors, man.
So I think what I'm getting at and what you're getting at is you can be as geeky as hell in here as you want to. You can spend hours, right? Or you can literally go tail. Let me find something to bet in real time and press a button literally within 90 seconds at a stoplight. I mean, I think that's pretty cool. And I wish this was live because you would see the live play-by-play and you would see the betting cues pop up in real time based upon the usage, based upon the volume, based upon everything that you're seeing in real time. Another geeky thing on here, we didn't even talk about the pace. So looking at the pace projected, the expected over. So it's literally projecting 3 points over. As a guy like you that's a geek, I do not place unders and overs until the game starts, and I usually place them mid-third quarter if it's close.
Okay.
I can't tell you how accurate this. I shared a bet with you the other day. I played 4 over. I played 2 over-unders and 2 spreads and hit it for $400 or something.
And that's very important pace, like a slow down type of game or a high speed type of game, more buckets getting thrown at the rim, more opportunity for points.
And then another thing I'm really proud of is the ref matchup.
Oh, let's dive into this for a second.
Yeah, these are all your refs in real time, like who's going to be ref in the game, and then how they lean. So Kelly Broomfield, who is notoriously calls a lot of, if you don't know WNBA, don't worry about it. But if you know NBA refs, it's the same concept, right? Homie calls a lot. Homie doesn't call a lot. Homie lets him play. Homie doesn't let him play. It's the exact same thing here. So Broomfield, right? A lot of fouls getting called. The other two, towards the middle. So, no strong home or away team lean. This is kind of, these two are balancing them out, right? But that's the fouls that they typically call. 36.5 averaged in the league, so they're a little above league average.
Is this like this in NBA and MLB? You could see the umpires.
You can't see the umpires because I didn't see as much value anymore in the umpires with, being able to challenge.
Okay.
But I do have a simulated umpire. I don't want to get into it, but yes, the umpires are factored in without calling the umpires. Let's just put it that way.
And that's pretty important when it comes to betting, man, especially with all the shadiness going around and whatnot. All these, you see videos on Twitter about strikeout zones. I mean, it's been like that in the NBA for a while. So this is important to know. That's awesome. Not many betting apps, if at all, any, actually give you that type of info.
Yeah, I just feel like if you're going to watch the game and you're going to watch it on another app, you might as well be watching it on this. So look at that, 356 to the wall.
It's pretty dope how it shows you that.
All right. So, yeah, I mean, it shows you, hit by pitch. I mean, geez, he got hit by the pitch. And again, I'm not, data. And if you don't know anything about data is readily available, right? It's just like anything. You can buy you can buy a Honda Civic or you can buy a Ferrari. Data's priced the same. If you want a Ferrari, you're going to pay for it. If you want a Honda Civic, you can get data. We feel that we really spend for data because we feel like it's the backbone of any live bettor's need, is to have real-time data fast as possible and to be accurate and to cover as many information points, without getting too geeky, information points as possible, right? So if you're aggregating all that data into real-time leans, it's going to give you the best chance to win. So driving a Ferrari, on the Autobahn at 150 or 180, right, and you're an experienced driver, that's our product. You can go 180 on the Autobahn on a Civic, but you probably can't get it up there. It's probably not going to go there. It's like we're not stuck in traffic. Data can move fast. That's a better analogy. Data can move fast like a Ferrari on an Autobahn, or it can be a Civic stuck in traffic in the city. I like that. I'm going to use that.
I like that.
Thanks, Edwin.
Yeah, no problem.
You bring out the best in me, buddy.
Oh, trying, brother. Trying.
But anyway, that's the product. So if you think it's special for Major League Baseball, WNBA, imagine what it's going to look like for NFL.
Ooh, boy. Let's go, dude. I'm excited about that because NFL has always been one of your strong points in the work that you're putting in behind the scenes. You put hundreds and hundreds of hours into this, and your work is
thousands now.
Thousands.
Yeah, it really is thousands.
Wow,
It's a labor of love, and yeah, I mean, even my partners. I got partners. A lot of them are friends. All of them are friends. One of them is the Bachelor guy, from a few seasons back. Another one's my, family member. Another one's my best friend. He's an amazing dude with a big, huge personality. He's from Puerto Rico, and it's just like, I think that they finally realize that I think they've gotten along with if we do something right and we do it the right way and we do it the best, then people are going to want it. People are going to pay for it, and people are $15 a month. Come on, dude. Do you know what I mean? I mean, it's 3 gallons of gas. Like, what are we doing? It's not even a Subway sandwich anymore. A Subway sandwich costs you $15 with a drink and inside us, chips. Come on. That's what we're offering. We're offering $15 for the whole experience. Everything unlocked. Every single piece of tracking, ROI, everything else is available. So here's some slip tracking that we didn't really cover. So these will liven up, and you'll see the arrow. You'll be able to follow these in real time when they're live. So you'll be able to do that inside your book. These were some bets we made earlier. They just haven't reconciled yet. But yeah, man, it's. I feel like if you give them something good, they'll gladly pay for it. So I hope you like the product, everyone, and I appreciate you giving me a platform to be passionate about this. Because God, man, we put so much work into this as a family, as a team, as a group. We're not bankrolled by the big leagues. We're not, FanDuel's not knocking on our door to sell out the product. Like, we're doing things the right way because we want beat the books. So we don't want to take the money and, let's not get started.
Take
A lot
the
of people
money
are
and,
engaged with FanDuel and DraftKings. Probably doesn't have your best interest in getting you the best bets.
Yep.
If FanDuel's paying me $300,000 a year, I don't care if half of that's in 3 bets.
And just another side note, even if you're not betting, you can use the app to see a play-by-play and stats that come with it. Like just sitting there for a minute, you see a mound visit, pitch count, like so on and so forth. It's pretty cool.
I think that's the fun part about it. Like if you just want to watch a game live, and it's really fun, when you have the game on, right? Again, our data beats the game usually, unless it's like Amazon or something. And then it's that's what I love about watching. People are complaining about Netflix and Amazon games and things like that. I love that. That is real time. There's no 1 minute or 30-second delay. You know what I mean? That's real time. We're getting almost a real feed uninterrupted, right? Same thing with the app. So you're seeing things happen in real time. So you're able to take advantage of things in real time. Imagine if it was like the Matrix and everything just slowed down. And you were able to be like, I'm dodging that bullet, but I'm betting it. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Well, shoot, man, we went over a lot. Is there anything else you would like to tell about your app? I think we covered a lot. No problem.
I mean, not the app, man. I mean, I'm just passionate about sports, and I feel like, technology is at a place where it can go sloppy, which I think, like I said, not to clown any products. There's just a lot of slop out there that looks nice. I feel our product looks great. I really think that it's gorgeous.
Great.
There's a lot of gorgeous products. I just want to make sure that people understand that it's what's beneath the hood. If we keep going to the car analogy,
yep,
what's underneath the hood?
And what's underneath the hood is a lot better than gorgeous. It's the best word
you can find a gorgeous partner in life physically, but what's the mind like? What's the personality like? What's the humor like? Do you know what I mean? We want there's a thing called churn, right? I think people, business marketing people know, right? It's like, how many people get in, use it, pay for it once, and then never pay for it again, cancel and leave? And how much do I have to replace those people? What do I have to spend in marketing dollars or sales promotional dollars to replace all those people that don't want to adopt my product? So now I got to dump so much more money into marketing because nobody wants to keep the product because the product doesn't work. It's over-promising, it's under-delivering, it's not doing what it's supposed to be. So churn rate gets a lot of these bigger companies because they're just spending their marketing budget to replace all the lost followers, all the lost users that they can't replace. So it becomes a chase cycle. We don't want to be that product. So when you talk about how can we value our product? Of course, I want to sell this product eventually one day or go public with it. But what does that mean? It means that I want to be able to say our user base is X, but we've had that user base of X percentage for this period of time because they're loyal to the product and they love the product. And you know what? There's a forum for the product. They give us advice about the product. They tell us how to make the product better. They tell us how to just improve it or what they'd like to see. I don't want to play the churn game. I don't want to have to sit there and replace users because we overpromised something that we gave them. I think that's bullshit. I've been in marketing and business for a long time, and there's a shitload of products like that. And you see them, they come on the market super quick. They peripherate every single piece of media with get this product, download it now, blah, blah, blah. And then before you know it, it's like they got to spend even more money to chase the lost users. And then the lost users take over because they're the ones that are the most vocal saying that product didn't fucking work. So don't put your money in it. And then they tank out and they disappear. They go the way of the dinosaur.
1.21 gigawatts.
Yes. And that's the geek of being like, if you have a good product, they'll put a ring on it, right? You got a good partner, got a good friend, they'll be there forever.
Well, it's a product that I am behind and believe in, and I believe in you. And I know how hard working and time and resources and what your intentions are. Your intentions, money's going to come, but you want to help people, and that's your main intention. And I love that.
You just nailed it, because when not too many years ago, you need to pay the bills. And a lot of people have to pay the bills, and they rely on betting to pay the bills. Bad, indifferent, correct, or not correct. I wouldn't say that that was my reliance, but I was chasing bets because I needed to make money. You know what I mean? And if you're going to do that, you might as well have a product that allows you the best chance to make the money. Following cappers or being in Discords, and it's a great community and there's great information in there, and you're going to find some wins. And there's a lot of smart cappers, like a ton. We've talked about them. We've go to your other podcasts. We've talked about them in depth, about people that I love in this industry that are real. But you know what? I hope that they sit there and go, I use this product because it gives me better bets to give to you in this Discord. So if you're chasing because you need to pay the bills, you need the best chance to be able to do that. And I can tell you firsthand, as a guy that has needed to pay the bills not too long ago, and that is fortunate enough that it's in a much better situation now, that they don't have to bet to pay the bills. But if you're betting to pay the bills, got a product for you.
Well, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on the show, brother. I absolutely love what you're doing. Proud of you and hope nothing but the best. So all you people at home, go give this app a try. oddsapp.com. Just give it a shot. It's free. FREE, the best words you can hear. And on that
Football's
note,
coming. Football's coming, and we're going to make money.
Yes,
there's more handle in football than any sport, meaning most money is bet on football. And guess what? It's going to happen in 2 weeks. 2 weeks, Haywood. We got football.
Here we go.
2 weeks from tonight.
That's right. Just go check it out
tonight.
oddsapp.com. It's actually 13 days. Oh, yeah, 2 weeks from tonight when the show comes out. It's 13 days.
My Patriots. Oh, by the way, have you seen this? Check this out.
What you got?
No, that is a skateboard truck.
Are you going to get the N'Keal Harry?
No.
Oh, no way, Doug Flutie. Whoa, let's go.
That's my birthday present to myself.
That's a rad-ass helmet, by the way.
Thanks, buddy.
That's a sick
yes,
helmet.
I do have the N'Keal Harry ASU legend.
Yep. Oh,
I'm the only one, by the
way. So thank you so much, Carter. Love for you being here. And we're going to go back to the show, closing segment. And Carter, next week, I'm hopefully going to be doing a Futures NFL show. I got a bunch of futures.
Man.
So
I wish you all the best, brother. And I'm glad you're venturing out on your own. And I'm always here to support you. And I know you have a huge contingent of people that love your brain and love you. And anything you ever need from me, brother, I'm here.
Got you, brother. Cheers to you.
Cheers. Thank you for the opportunity.
Of course. Much love, brother. Back to the show.
Let's hit some bets.
Let's go. Win some money.
I'll be the money!
What's going on? Thank you, everybody at home, for tuning in. I hope you guys enjoyed that great conversation I had with the great Carter Khan. Go check out his new product. We put a lot of time and effort in this. Tons of time and effort and a lot of resources. So give my guy some love, and myself, I got a little piece of this as well. oddsapp.com. It's totally free. No contracts, no credit cards needed. So just try it out for a day. While you guys are doing your handicapping, some of your betting, your information, it's a great tool. It has fantasy football purposes. It has live betting purposes. It's like all in one website, as we discussed and we talked about in the conversation with the great Carter Khan. So go give it a shot. And all you people at home, thank you so very much for your support. Cheers, everybody at home. Man. Yeah, excited times, man. My second episode here. Bear with me. So as each week goes on, I'm going to add segments. So like I said in the first segment, it's going to be valued. So it's a work in progress. I want to talk about one other thing before we close down the show. I started a fantasy football BestBall league with some of my great guests, and it's been phenomenal. We're in the middle of a slow draft right now. We got 4-hour clocks. It's a super flex, tight end premium. We start one quarterback, super flex option as your next, 2 running backs, 2 receivers, 2 flexes, no defenses, no kickers, half a point tight end premium. And I got some pretty big names going in here. So just a little promo I want to add, show you guys a little video here. So yeah, man, I'm very excited to be a part of this. First time I'm ever commissioning a best ball league, but I've been in plenty over my years, and it's fun. Best ball is different. You just draft and forget it. It sets all your weekly lineups every week with your highest scoring players, so you don't have to worry about in-season transitions, managing, spending time on it. Is like once you draft, you're completely done. So we have a deep benches to most best ball has deep benches with 12 bench spots. So a total of 21 slots. So very excited to have this started, and I'm very fortunate to have some of these great guys that I have in this league as well. So I want to give all of them a shout out if I can. First and foremost, man, excuse me. All right, so first and foremost, I got Tip Major, the great Tip Major in the league. Shout out to him. He's on the fantasy staff for Matthew Berry at Matthew Berry Fantasy Life. He's also co-host of the Chop Guillotine Show with the great Marcus Grant, co-host of the Fantasy Football Space, football guy, sports affiliation. So this guy's got too many credentials. This guy does everything. So I'm really glad to have that man. Great man in my league. And then I have the great Iggy IDP Iggy, co-founder of the sports affiliation and IDP report over at Fantasy Alarm. Man, this great guy. I had him on the show earlier this year. So very proud to have both those guys in there. And then my guy, Nicholas Wilcox, who writes articles over at Fantrax for tight ends. And now he's doing articles for running backs. So all these great men. And then he's a co-host with his boy, Johnny Main. They both host the show, Fantasy Football Show. This guy is awesome. Glad to see him getting what he's deserving because he's one of the great men in the industry. And then my brother from another, the great Nico Rossler. He's a fantasy sports analyst over at RotoBaller, co-host of Fantasy Football Space, and does work with Pickett Sports. So he's a great mind as well. So proud to have him up in this league. And then their third co-host over at the Fantasy Space podcast is Nader Asaba. He also does work over at Fantasy Pros as well. So glad to have him up in here. And then my guest from last week, Frank in the chat, co-host of the Trade Axe podcast. He's up in this best ball league. Proud to have this man in. It was awesome to have him on the show. And then, man, like I said, great guys in all of sports. The great Dr. Mason West, physical therapist who covers all things Bears and co-host of the Bare Bones podcast. If you guys need any inside track on there, he runs a great show over there, guys. Great information. And it's for nerds like us, man, we need all the info we can get. He's a great get when it comes to covering Bears. And then my last and final member in the league, John Voida. Darth Voida, who covers all things Suns, managing editor over at Bright Side of the Sun and co-host of Suns Jam Session. So very, very, very grateful and thankful to have all these great men up in this league. So may the best fantasy player win. There's already been some talking crap in the chat, but it's fun, man, to be in a league with this. So winner take all, we're doing $25 a team. So can't wait. I'll be updating this weekly on the show as far as where the standings are and how it's playing out and matchups. And when the draft is done, I'll probably be breaking it down a little bit here. So awesome. I just want to get that all the way. So luckily and thankful to have all these great men in my league. So thank you very much. Thank you very much. So that's it for the show, for everybody. Closing it out. Looking forward to the next great show. Like I said, as of this night, we have 13 days left till the NFL season kicks off, man. Let's go. It's going to be like Christmas in September for us fantasy football and football junkies. Can't wait. So I appreciate all the love and support out there. Cheers, everybody at home. Thank you. And looking forward to next week's show. I'll probably be dropping an NFL futures type of show, and if I can get the guest I am trying to shoot for, maybe we can do a fantasy football show too. So until next time, I love you guys a lot. God bless each and every one of you, and thank you. Enjoy life, enjoy time with your loved ones. I'm a big family person. I don't have much family left after the last few years, so very humble for the time I have. Enjoy your loved ones. You never know when that last day is going to be around. And it's fantasy football draft week. Good luck to you, everybody at home, with all your drafts. Kill it. And don't forget to stay up on your research. Check your league settings for points, setting, scoring, all that good stuff. Get it done. Be thorough. There's nothing wrong with being thorough. And that's just what it takes, is having an edge. So until next time, my name's Heywood. I'm the Sports Almanac. This is my almanac, Heywoods Almanac. Until next week, much love, everybody. Love you guys.